Hello everyone, this is the Green Ninja here, and today my phone screen's pretty messed up, but, well, just on this side of the camera. Sorry about that. Yeah, let me turn the video for you guys. There we go. That works. Oh, right there. Okay. Well, today I'm I know I haven't posted a lot in a bit, but I'm also making this new series on my channel that's gonna be like, what was the name I thought of? Gonna be called like Sundays Are Important or something like that. It's not Sunday today, it's like Monday, but it's not bad for a first episode. And I'm not like doing some like preachy kind of thing or anything like that. Nah. No, I mean I'm not. I'm actually more like trying to say things about today and stuff. I guess stuff that people know and people need to hear. I guess just hear me out. Hear me out, please. Well, I wanted to start it off with like, and this will be short. I'll try to make it short, but man, like I don't know where it's like. I got a really one part of my phone screen's a little cracked on the over the camera, but yeah. So, I want to say in my generation today, and like I don't know, the generation underneath me, I guess, and small generation above me, I guess at the same time. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is here that things are actually a lot different than they had been in the past, and I think it kind of makes sense why parents wonder, like, you know, oh, like why is my kid doing like weird random things, or like I don't know what's with TV shows that my kid likes to watch, or whatever that is. But I mean, really, like I think the difference between my generation and the like parents who grew up around the 80s generation is like things have changed a bit. I mean, you know, like back in the 70s, like doors were kind of like unlocked most of the time in neighborhoods because everyone was, you know, trustworthy and stuff. I mean, just in their neighborhoods, and it's kind of like nowadays though. I don't know. I don't know about like any in particular person, but like most days you're told not to have your doors unlocked or something. Just and there's like, you know, some crazy stuff that happens every now and then on the news. You hear it and stuff. I think that that there's always been this conflicting thing with people, and it's like back then, let's see, around when like World War One and Two were going on and stuff. The people about in America in that time, they had a like, you know, like an enemy going on, and people were like sticking together. You know, people were like actually coming together. You know, I mean, if there were some families that were rivals, they would just let their troubles aside and just try to come together in harsh times, you know. And I feel like nowadays, like a lot of people they're like not seeking it out, but like kind of wanting to almost have kind of a harsh time, but not really. And that sounds weird. It sounds really weird. But actually, and the camera's right over here, and I keep on looking off into the distance. But like around when, you know, like Hitler was a thing, and he was like a common enemy for like the U.S. and everyone was getting together, and I mean, then like there was like the times with Soviet Russia, and people were like worrying about like, oh, the Soviets and blah blah. And I think nowadays, like, we don't necessarily have like a reoccurring, like, I guess, like we don't have a battle that's going on with our country that's so major anymore. I mean, yes, there's wars, like still being fought currently and stuff like that. But I mean, like, I think back then, people that lived in even the Great Depression times, they had to, I mean, learn to deal with like the least amount of stuff. And in World War II, I mean, in one, people were still living in harsh times, and around in London, take this, like there was bunkers and stuff. Families, I think, were maybe somewhat really close to each other because of the war, and I mean closer to each other than, and I'm not saying closer to each other than any other, no, I'm not saying that, like any other family, no, today's world, no. But I mean, I'm saying that certain things would push families to like really express how they feel for each other more often. And I mean, like, and in my generation, I mean, you have some people that are like unsure about themselves or unsure about their families or anything. And I think that today's world, we still have like a big battle, like a battle with ourselves. Because I mean, there's been suicides in like the 80s and 70s, but there's like, been like some suicides in like my generation, like a little bit more, and it's like, it's bad, it's like, it's wrong. Like, why would you kill yourself? Because I mean, there's a lot that you can do here that would be really great for you, and it would not be good for you to do that now. My basic point is that, like, I think in the past, I mean, there's like a lot of conflicting things that would push people to like be like, oh, we're like under attack, and we're gonna like huddle together and try to think try to actually hold on, like try to keep each other like good, try to look out for each other. And then like in my generation in the 2000s, I mean, there was the whole terrorist attacks thing and that much, but like I think it's more like people are having more of a battle with themselves and stuff than like a battle with the world, it seems like, I guess. It's pretty hard to explain some of that, and I hope you take that the right way. I'm basically meaning that like we should always, in my generation, anyone, I mean, in my generation, and not in my generation, just living today, anybody like living today should, I think you should try, and everyone should try, even I should try, definitely, to try to better ourselves, and try not to make ourselves like do something bad, I mean, don't ruin yourself, don't put yourself on a harsh spot, and like try to keep yourself like good and on the right track, that's what I'm trying to share, because if you really look at it, there is a big difference between my generation and like, say, like my father's generation. What my father had to grow up with is like, I mean, anytime around like the 80s or 70s or 60s, you still had that thread of like other stuff happening and things like that, and it would push families together, to think and I mean, you hear about like a lot of bad stuff on the news, and sometimes you think of the worst case scenario, and back then, I mean, those things were like way bigger than the things that are going on right now. You know, those things like didn't just get on the news. Those things were like just like known and like remembered and thought about like too often that families, I mean, would be thinking the worst case scenario most likely and be coming together. And I have a good family. I mean, and I know a lot of people out there have good families. I'm saying that today is like in this generation, it's not like how it was with our parents, and our parents are finding us, or our parents are confused with their kids sometimes. And I mean, there's a thing with, I mean, even when rock started up, you know, I mean, their parents were confused with them. So that's a generation thing. But you know, like it is like really weird to be posting the smallest thing on Twitter or something like that, and it goes up on the news like right away. It is kind of crazy, and I think that everybody should try to do their best, though. Just try to keep themselves their best, you know? And try to be the best person that you can be, you know? But not just like the best person that you can be. I mean, you are who you choose to be. And I mean, that's just a very true like fact. I've been told like way too many times like throughout history to be counted. So like, don't think that your life, I mean, I'm not trying to say anything like wrong. People, things happen to people, you know, and that sucks. But don't try to rest your whole life on that. You can make your life better, even if, you know, like some tragic thing happened to you. You know, why am I looking this way? Even if some tragic thing happened to you, you know, you can still make your life better. You know, I mean, my grandpa died when I was little, and I wasn't too little. I mean, I knew him well enough, and I was definitely sad for like several years actually about that. It still is kind of saddening that, I mean, he's not around, and my grandma, who was my grandma on the same side, you know, married to him, of course, still alive, and I'm glad that she is. I'm glad to have her still in my life, and it is saddening that he's not here, but with a hard thing that happens in life, you just have to keep on going and try to help yourself out. Don't let yourself just, you know, sit down and not do anything. I mean, you know, just experience the tragicness. I mean, I guess there's a common theater term. You have to keep on rolling with the show, you know, like something happens, just keep on going. Just keep on rolling into a roll call. That kind of thing. You know? So, I mean, and in my generation, there's people that say, I mean, you know, they're depressed with something, or like, you know, things have happened in their life, and that sucks. I mean, that really does suck that those things happen. But I hope that, you know, you can try to not just let that control your life, you know, don't let your life be controlled by the things that are happening badly in your life, you know. Try to keep on going, you know, and better yourself, and try to do the best possible, you know, and try to really put yourself out there in a really good spot. So, excuse me. So I guess that's about all I had, really. I'm trying to say, I hope you guys heard that heard the whole bit, because it's pretty important, and it's just that there's a really big difference today than there was in the past. And ooh, sorry about that. But and just do yeah, general, like, try to keep on going and try to better yourself. Because only you are who you choose to be, you know. If you're, like, really sad and depressed, like, right now, I mean, I'm sorry for you. I really am sorry for you. But also don't let that be all that you're going to be. Be, like, be something else. Like, don't just sit there and down in the dumps, you know. Get right back up, get back on your feet, start flying again, you know. It's really important. So anyways, with that note, I'll see you guys later. I'm going to do some more videos later on. Just stay tuned. Keep that bell icon on, because when I finally upload, you'll be notified. Anyways, with that, I will see you guys later on. Peace out.